Can you imagine going to high school during a pandemic? Well, these two young women can. Today on Grace Notes, I'm going to be talking to two of our graduating seniors, Anna Pohl and Claire Boggess. You're not going to want to miss this. We're in for a real treat today. Here we are in behind the Youth Lodge at the church on a beautiful fall afternoon, and I have two of our graduating seniors, Miss Anna Pohl and Miss Claire Boggess. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and I'm so glad to see you. Let me get right down to the important question, okay?
Okay.
Who is the second coolest dad at the church?
Are you asking for compliments right now?
I am. Who's the second coolest dad?
I'm gonna say Anna's dad because
Yeah.
All right, that's a good answer.
yeah.
All right, ladies. So this has been an interesting senior year for you guys, to be sure. Not quite what you had planned. Class of 2021. So tell me how your life has changed since March. Who wants to go first? Which one of you?
Claire.
Claire.
Well, thanks
Claire,
for
would
calling
you
me
go?
out. All right. Okay, so I mean, since March, I was just talking with Anna about how strange it's been because it was like I had a birthday party with a friend in February before everything happened, and I was hanging out with friends, and I even went to the mall with Anna before everything happened, and then all of a sudden COVID hits, and then I was like, wait, everything's super weird. And to be honest, we all thought it was just oh sweet, we're on a vacation. But the longer it went, it was it started to get strange because he was like, okay, we need to start doing digital and we need to find out different ways of learning to get you guys your information. And lots of people were saying, this is too hard for me, I can't do this. And I was kind of like, hey, this is great because I can kind of do whatever I want on my own schedule. But it definitely was more difficult than it is now because we had to learn a new way of doing school and we had to really prioritize. And that was different because when you go to school, you kind of take it for granted when you're there and they have a schedule for you, you're on the bell schedule, you do your work when you do your work and you get home and do your homework and all your projects and whatever, and you have a deadline and everything. But with digital, it's with projects, teachers aren't always super explicit with it, so you kind of have to figure out okay, I'm going to spend this much time on this project today and get my homework done and all of this. So I think that's been the biggest change for me is school and everything, but otherwise everything's been pretty much the same.
Yeah, so you've been doing all digital since March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you even do a weightlift. Is it weightlifting? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
You do weightlifting?
What is it? Hold on. Weight training, yes.
Weight training, virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that work?
So we use a program called Sworkit. So it's like a workout app basically. And there are different kinds of workouts on it. So you can do strength. So and we use that for lower body and upper body.
But you're not on the camera. They're not watching you while you do it.
No, they're watching us while we do it.
are they?
Our teacher wants us to have the cameras on so they can see us. And I swear this is really funny. And Graham even told me this. There are some people who will just sit on their couch and stare right at the camera the whole time. Because if your camera's on, you get credit for doing the class.
Oh.
So and it's kind of funny because I'll be doing push-ups or whatever. And I'll see somebody just staring dead right at the camera, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. So you're still doing virtual learning. You've chosen to
yeah.
stay at home. And Anna,
I'm in person.
So you started though when in March, didn't you go all virtual for the
Yes.
end of, for the end of school?
Yeah.
But now you're back in person. So what's that like?
Well, they're very strict at our school. So for the classes are smaller and all the rooms are changed. None of the rooms that were originally the same. So all the classes are different. And then we can't sit next to each other. We all have to be far apart. And just all the rules are very strange. It's just doesn't feel like school.
So you're wearing a mask?
Yes. you have
Teachers
to
are
wear
wearing
it.
masks? How do you do lunch?
At lunch, there's only 4 people at a table, and there's 3 seats in between every person, and everyone sits, and then they call every table up, and then you get your food, and once everyone comes back to your table, you can take off your mask and eat.
Oh my God. Did you ever imagine that was your senior year was going to be like
it's
this?
horrible. I don't even talk to people anymore. You don't really have a chance.
Yeah. Now you're doing you're doing or you did cross country, right?
Yes.
And you don't wear a mask when you run.
No.
Yeah.
But like we already had like someone get corona on our team, which was not.
Did you really?
Yeah, so we heard about it, and then a lot of people like didn't really do anything, but me and my friends got tested because we were near this person that got corona, and me and my brother went and got tested, and we tested negative. But like I was just like that like scared me because we have to really be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
So.
Do you like being back though, like in person? Do you prefer that to virtual?
Yes and no. I think online was easier, but also it was harder to actually like learn. Like, and
Yeah.
also I get to see my friends in person, but like, I don't know. I like be at home,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. And you actually did color guard too, didn't you?
I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Our last game is this Friday. So,
Wow.
yeah.
All right, so what? This is November. You guys have applied to colleges, right?
Yeah.
Some?
Scary.
Yeah. Well, Anna, where are you applying, and what do you think you might be interested in? I'm not asking you for some big, huge life choice. You don't even have to tell me if you know what your major is going to be, but
Please tell us your life
you
plans.
know,
Anna.
I think folks would like to know sort of the colleges you're applying to and sort of what you're interested in studying.
I'm interested in studying communications, and well, I applied to High Point and Ole Miss, Rollins, and Tampa, and other schools. And the two top schools I want to like probably go to is probably High Point and Tampa, because those were the nicest schools I've looked at.
Yeah.
So, but like, I'm a little scared but excited to go to college. But
Yeah.
I'm also like still like working on like where I want to go.
Yeah.
So.
So communications like this?
Yeah. Well, I'm still thinking. I
Yeah.
don't really know what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what college is for, anyways. Get to explore and try a bunch of different things out. But are both of those schools in Florida?
Tampa is, and High Point is in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Claire?
So, my top school right now is Berry College, but I'm also interested. But like my other top few schools I'm looking at are Auburn and Eckerd, because they both have really good animal science programs. And what I found was interesting was I really wanted to go to Berry because I liked the way they had the school, and I've been there, so they have a really nice campus, and I love the campus, and I love they have like animals on campus, so you can work with them. But I found out that more public schools have a wider range of choices you can do for animal science, because Berry just has two different tracks you can take, which is nice and all, but it's more so just like you do medicine for if you want to do pre-vet, or you do agriculture if you want to do like working with animals, with agriculture and like all that stuff. But other schools like Auburn, for example, they do wildlife science, so you would be studying like wildlife and as opposed to like domestic animals and livestock. And they also, of course, have the livestock one, because that's kind of like the foundation of animal science. They have just generic animal science. So
those applications, some of those both of you have already done. So you might hear before Thanksgiving or Christmas, do you think? Maybe?
I've heard from lots of the colleges that they'll come before the holidays, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping for that. That'd be nice.
Since when have you been interested in animals?
I love how you ask this like you have no idea what the heck you're talking about, because you know the answer to that. Yeah, so like basically ever since I was little, and I'm not gonna say when because probably since I was like a zygote in my mom's stomach. So anyway.
What?
That's an image.
It is an image. You're welcome to everyone who's watching this right now. No, yeah, because I remember like we even used to live in the house over here by the church. That's now Jacob's Ladder. I remember I rescued a bat when I was little, and I put a leaf over it, and I was very proud of myself for that. And I saw a snake in our yard once, and I tried to pick it up. And I remember I captured a frog and kept it in our house for a couple of days. So yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, you have a long history. You have a long history of rescuing
You captured
animals.
a bat?
The
I
bat
didn't
wasn't even
capture
dead.
it,
The
no.
bat was actually alive.
Yeah, it was a bat that was on like, so you know how there's that like walkway that goes up? Yeah, there's a little bat on the side of the road, and I was walking up, I think with a gingerbread house with like one of my old teachers, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, what is it? I thought it was a leaf, and then I was like, wait, it's not a leaf. So I put a leaf over the bat
At least
to
you didn't
protect
touch
it.
yeah.
I didn't touch it, yeah, because we thought it could have rabies.
One question that I've been asking people in these videos is, how have you been connecting with God, or where have you seen signs of God, or not, during this strange time? Which one of you wants to go first? How do you stay connected? Where do you experience God?
Okay, so this kind of goes for both of us, but we both kind of think that youth group has been where we really experienced God, because it's been like a nice place for like all of the youth to gather and talk about also like just current events and how we're taking that, and
Yeah.
also kind of going back in the Bible and talking about like past stories and how they can connect to today. So, which I find is really cool, and it's really nice to get to connect with other young people.
Now you started with virtual youth group, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you've transitioned to in-person, socially distanced, wearing a mask youth group, right?
Yep.
Is that where we are now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still with the fire pit. Now that it's getting cold, you guys can get the fire pit.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
I know, we can do marshmallows.
Yeah, you can
if
do
we wanted
marshmallows.
to.
How else? I mean, have you? Are there any other ways that you feel?
No. I think going to
Closer.
youth group really just like helps us. Because I've
Yeah.
been busy with schoolwork in college. I don't have time. Really?
Maybe my sermons, though. Maybe those help you too, to keep going.
Here you go again, fishing for
During the-
compliments.
Like maybe a little bit. I know your mother makes you watch the live stream every Sunday, Claire.
Is this just you calling me out?
No, I.
That's what I feel like this whole interview has become.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't believe the two of you are seniors in high school, and we couldn't be prouder of the two of you, and are excited to hear where you're going to go to school, and what you're going to be up to. And we know that God is going to use your gifts in amazing ways. So I look forward to keeping up with you guys when you fly the nest here in just a few months. But we're glad that you're still here with us right now, and we're going to enjoy every single minute of it until we help you pack and take you straight to college. Claire, Anna, thank you so much. This has been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know that people at home are really going to like it, and you know, this just may make you famous.